Hey guys, Chronic here. I wasn't sure how many episodes I was gonna do, and I decided now that you guys enjoy this, so I'm gonna do quite a few. So this will be Let's Play Episode 2. I didn't name the other one Episode 1, but I'm gonna go ahead and start naming them now, because I'm gonna start doing them normally. Now I want to do a shout out to the Lazy Lex. He left a comment wanting to know a little bit more information on how to control water with pistons, and he wanted to get a little bit more of a closer view of the wiring in my slime trap. So we're going to go ahead and go over those real quick, and then we're going to take a look at my trap, and we're going to mess with my mob trap and messing with the system. So first, let's go ahead and look at the first way, the way I actually am using it right now in my slime trap. This is the method in my slime trap. I think it's the quickest way, the least amount of resources, but it does kind of show quite a bit. There's no hiding this. I mean, you can kind of see the piston, and you just open it up, close it, and it completely controls it with the water block behind. Now over here, it's pretty much the same thing, just from a different angle, showing you that you can use, obviously, the piston from different angles. You can come up from the side, left, right. This is probably pretty obvious. This one's a sticky piston. Now this one might look a little bit better if you guys like it that way, where it actually controls the block. So you can do it this way if you prefer. It's all really what you like. And then the last one is, I would say, probably the one most people are going to like. It shows the least amount. You could hide this, and you wouldn't even see that. And you could just sit there, and here I have the lever down there, and water comes out. It's probably the easiest one, because you just don't see anything. I could have done it this way in my trap. It just would have taken a lot longer. I probably wouldn't have taken too much longer. And I might change it so it'll be somewhat like that. But pretty much all that is there's a piston underneath, sticky piston, and it just goes up and down. And technically, I don't think you even need a sticky piston. Well, actually, you do. You'll need a sticky piston. I guess unless it's sand. I don't know if you use sand. Do I have sand on me? I do. That's a good test real quick. We like tests. Go ahead and do a live test real quick. Go ahead and get another piston here. And put sand on it. And let's see what happens. Yeah, looks like you can do it with sand as well. So if you don't have a sticky piston, you could use sand, because it will drop, and that will work just as good. Alright, so those are the different ways. I'm sure there are other ways using a piston to do it. This is just the ways that I've come up with, or the ways that I like. Alright guys, in the last video my train system was out of commission. I went ahead and got it working again, so we can sit here and just go up and down a lot faster now. Before I didn't have this all set up, so I wasn't able to just real quick go up and down. And now I can get in and out quite fast, so I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a real quick look behind my slime farm here. Ooh, we got a guy here hanging out. So if I cut the wire here, it should open up all the water streams. Oh, I guess I'll leave him here, actually. It's not like we're going to go up and loot right away, so maybe it won't push him off. Alright, so this is what it looks like behind. I've cleaned it up a little bit, so I saved some wire. Basically, every 16 squares, you need a repeater, if you're familiar with redstone. So I was able to put one about here, and it's able to power this whole line of pistons behind here. And on top of it, get out of here. The water's like right behind, if you can kind of see. The water is actually in this block right here. It's actually underneath the redstone. Alright. It's actually underneath the redstone, so You can kind of see the water's right there. So the water's under the redstone, and that's the only one that went up, just because it doesn't have wire on it anymore, or those two actually. And then you could technically hook this up this way from the source, but I figure if these pistons are on, might as well have the back row of pistons on. So I just have it connected to not really the source of the switch, but the actual source of the pistons. And then I have it going back behind the wall, and this is just the side wall to the right. And then we're going to make a left, and we come up here. And then we'll just show the wiring from the back. Now I went and again, it goes about 16 squares, so I went in and I made sure that it covered as much as possible. I was trying to save as much wire as I could. And again, this cleans it up and powers the rest. So that's kind of how I have my wiring set up, and if you break any of these, you can hear it all close. Hey guys. Now, when I was making this, I did come across one problem that I had to figure out, and maybe there's a better way to do this, but this is the way that I figured out. I know going up is easy, so if you wanted to travel your signal up, I mean literally that's all you have to do is stack torches. And you can tell when you turn that off, that turns on, turning that off, turning that one on. So it's like a switch. You can just add a switch down there to that one, and it's that easy. That's for the signal traveling up. Now the signal traveling down, I was having problems with. I couldn't figure it out. This is the way that I came up with. If there's some other way to that anyone knows, please let me know if there's more compact. This is the way that I know of, and the way that I figured out. I'm sure other people have figured this out a long time ago, but I had to figure it out, and I didn't want to look it up. I wanted to do it myself. So basically, you see the bottom torch is off. You hit the lever here, and the bottom torch turns on, sending the signal down. And basically all I did is I put a redstone torch, I skipped a block underneath, skipped a block to the left of that, and put some wire down, added a torch next to that. Again, there's no blocks under either one. Redstone here, torch, so the signal actually jumps down a block, and then jumps down a block. And that's how I got my signal. So I've done some more work here. Cleaned it up a little bit. Made it so it looks a little bit more sleek, I guess you could say. I added a lot of glass so you could see through and be able to view everything. Of course, there's torches on the other side, so I couldn't make those glass, but I think it's good enough. You can see pretty much everything, and it gives you a really good view of the little drowning machine here. So let's go ahead and let's show you how it works here from a better angle. So go ahead and watch this guy drown. So far he doesn't see me yet. He will eventually see me. And at that point we can come up here and watch from this angle. So what will happen is he'll go ahead and he'll come this way. Right now the only reason he's stuck on the wall is because I'm standing here. The streams will prevent that if I wasn't here. As you see, he'll go ahead and come over, drop down. Now at this point what you can see is there is a row of water underneath and some signs, but he drowns anyways because he's 2 blocks tall, and so are the 4 that pop out are also, as I've mentioned before. So they'll pop out and It looks like they won't drown, but trust me, they are very much drowning. And once they pop, you can see underneath that stream that will, there we go. Now they'll fall in that stream underneath. Some of them are trying to get me so they won't fall, but you see some of them do. So we can head over, if I can jump because of this lag. You can see they fall in the stream. And they go up the ladder. Now I'm not going to have enough time to do the mob trap for this episode. So from the train station is we're all familiar with because we've seen this video now. We're going to move out from here and I'm going to do a real quick tour around and show you the different sections of my map. Now I'm not going to show you too much, but as you can see, this is my bank. I have a lava room behind my portal, so anytime I need lava, I can come up here and get lava. I have my mob loot room that has all my mob loot. As you can see, bones, string, slime balls, everything in here. So that takes care of my bank. My bank is actually only about 3 blocks from the surface, so eventually I might just go ahead and take off all this dirt, and this gives a really good view of the main section of my world, main sections. That over there is kind of a failed passive mob system that I'm going to destroy. I have another one floating over there in the air, as you can kind of see off in the distance, so I will be changing that. Over here is my cactus farm. I got 2 layers, and that streams directly into my bank. Now on this side I have my tree farm. That again, that's the saplings stream straight into my bank. This over here is an experiment, and some of the experiments earlier we saw. I do a lot of my experiments out on the lawn here. I have my castle, which is really my train station underneath that I haven't showed you guys yet, which I'll show you. And then over here is kind of like my house on the hill. It looks kind of disjointed. I have a lot of work to do on that. It doesn't really serve a purpose at this point, so I haven't really doing anything with it. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here as I show you guys my minecart station here. I wanted to remind you guys to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing a lot more videos of all sorts of different games, including lots more of Minecraft. I really enjoy this game, so you'll see a lot more of it. And comment. I will definitely respond to all comments, as long as you guys are cool and nice. And I'll see you guys next time.